Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark. In this video, I wanted to talk about some really cool information that my Pleiadian guide brought forward earlier today. Just absolutely incredible. So if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I release new videos. So this morning, my Pleiadian guide connected with me. I connected with her. I could feel her presence. It's something shifts within me. It's an entrained process. So I know the frequency. A thought will move in that direction, and boom, there she is. And it's a very telepathic, even though it's becoming more integrated, more natural, more of a bringing forward information instead of that phone call type of situation now, which is very, very cool. As I expand, that energy becomes more integrated as I rise up into those frequencies, and it just feels very much like a natural process. So she comes in and she shows me some imagery, which is very cool, of a boulder, a white boulder, very bright white boulder at the top of a hill. So I've seen this image before where the boulder is like, being pushed up the hill and feels very heavy, a lot of resistance against the grain, a lot of weight type of thing. But the image today she sent me was the boulder at the top. It's at the top of the hill, top of the mountain, and it is about to start rolling. It's about to start rolling down. And we know what happens when it gets over that precipice. It starts to roll under its own energy, momentum, gravity take over, and things start to feel a lot more effortless, right? Because we don't need the effort anymore to push it up the hill. It's rolling under its own power. And that meant to me that we are passing this precipice. We're moving through this precipice. I know we've got the 1111 portal and things energetically happening right now. So much going on. We're coming up to the solstice, but I got the sense that we are at a precipice and we are about to turn the corner, and the energy is just going to start to manifest and carry itself going forward. So we're going to experience less resistance. Those of us that are able to get aligned, right? If you're identifying with the collective, identifying with the fear, the uncertainty, that type of energy, the old 3D energy that the foundation is crumbling and breaking down, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. So instead of taking your energy and funneling it into these 3D types of densities, pull it inward and align with this generous, abundant energy, this momentum that it has landed and is about to start to come forward. And if you guys look around out in the collective, you'll start to feel some shifts. She was telling me that signs are out there of this new energy moving forward, that coming out to manifest. So be aware of that. And when you see it, just know that that is just a manifested validation of what is landing and what is coming through us and that we are embodying. So those of you that are able to spot some of the glimmer out there of things changing, things improving, maybe the light starting to shine outward. We've been feeling it and aligning with it inside, but now we're going to start to see glimmers of it externally in our reality. So let that be a spark for you, a sign for you, a validation, a synchronicity to continue to go inside, breathe, and align with that energy so it can freely flow out and this process can move forward. The process being moving into these new earth frequencies and bringing them forward here with this new grid. So the other thing she said to me, she goes, all eyes are on Greenfield. This came through very clear, as this was one of these conversations I was having with her, and I asked her, I'm like, what's happening really? And she says, all eyes on Greenfield. And I didn't know what that meant. And she said, research it. Okay. So sometimes I'll go and research things. So I looked it up after I was done communicating with her. And apparently Greenfield is a process. It's actually a term that is used in the construction industry. It's also used in the software industry, and it represents a clear field with no foundation or anything. It's just clear to be built on from a new ways, not relying on old legacy types of ways, new ways of bringing forth just new structures, right? Kind of sounds like a new reality. And again, I had never heard this term, didn't know what it meant. The other meaning I found was In software, it's used, and what it means is starting fresh to write a new piece of software, a new software system, without using any legacy code or any existing code, just completely brand new. And this came through loud and clear. And sometimes this stuff comes through and I'm like, my ego gets involved with it, like Greenfield. Okay, what is that? Am I making this up? Is it my guy? But I know I can feel, I had a very strong connection. She showed me the Boulder. I'm like, okay, this is her. I have to trust that I'm going to go look this up and it's going to be very relevant. And when I started reading about what the meaning of Greenfield was, as I just explained to you, I started to make the parallels between that and what's happening with the old energy that is crumbling. The foundation's crumbling. The old energy is being alchemized, and we are bringing forward a new earth. This new earth frequency is coming forward, and it's being built completely anew. It's not being built on top of existing. It is going to be brought forward and manifest completely new. So it reminds us that we can't get tied up in expectation as to what we think the future is going to look like, or this new earth is going to look like, right? We want to just get in and feel and work with the energy, feel these high frequencies as they come, the downloads, embrace them, get into the abundant feel, the abundant nature of these frequencies, the gratitude, the love, the compassion, and really embody this and allow this energy to manifest out as this new, earth grid anchors, as the old energy clears. Magic is going to come forward. Things are going to happen in ways we can't even perceive. Okay. We can't even, if really our wildest dreams couldn't even come up with it, because it's going to be so vastly different and so much more wonderful than our limited ego can create in terms of a story, is what this future is going to look like. This comes from the higher realms, comes from the higher frequencies, multidimensionally. You can get there and get a glimpse of it. I have done that. My Pleiadian guide had taken me to an area I talked about in other videos, beautiful mountains, green grass, fields, things like that. Amazing house just out in the middle with this mountain picturesque background. She was there, had a lot of ET craft coming and going, not a lot of people though. That was because the frequency, many in the collective, many on Earth at that time could not experience that frequency, but they will start to come. They will start to emerge in these new Earth visions, at least the ones that I've received, the frequencies that I've been able to align with and bring forward. So it's a magical time, absolutely incredible. These were very profound messages. She's been giving me a lot lately, especially this week. There's been a lot coming through. And guys, they've been manifesting and happening like right away. It used to be a lag with this stuff. It's coming together now very quickly. She'll tell me something and then, look out for this, look out for that, whatever. Something's going to happen. Boom, something happens. And energetically, it's amazing. I remember last week I put up the video about the sun and what was happening with the CME and the craft, and I bilocated to the craft. And part of that was being on that craft in the higher frequencies, the higher dimensions, to be able to kind of get that bird's eye view of what was happening with the planet. Remember the density being released? Well, we're going to start to see that manifest. And if you look out across the collective, you're going to start to see it. You're going to start to feel it. This old energy is crumbling away and the new is starting to come forward. So look for that. It's going to help you align, breathe with it, integrate it, become it, and bring it forward, because that is how we make these frequencies our reality. We become them, we allow them to flow out and bring them forward. And when we do that, they're available for others, and it gives them an opportunity to awaken as well. So it's a glorious time. That's why we're here. So I hope this video resonated with you guys. If it did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have not already, leave a comment below if you're experiencing anything like this, or whatever you're experiencing energetically, if you could feel what I'm talking about. Love to hear from you. And of course, if you know anybody that can benefit from this video, please feel free to share it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.